Archangel Michael says, a secret about you is sending shockwaves through the hearts of those who once underestimated you. The truth they've just uncovered is not what they were prepared for, and now they don't know how to approach you. Their plans have collapsed because your identity was never what they imagined. Behind your back, a few people have been talking, searching, trying to collect details about you. They were playing a dangerous game, but the moment your real self began to emerge, they started to panic. Your energy, your presence, your name, it carries power, and they finally felt it. One person in particular dug too deep into your past and stumbled upon something they weren't supposed to know. It shook them to the core, because it exposed not just your light, but also your divine protection. They're now regretting every step they took in arrogance. They thought you were ordinary. They thought you were harmless. But now that your real aura has awakened, they're frightened by how much control and light you truly hold. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There's someone who can't sleep anymore, not since the night they realized who you are connected to. Their hands are trembling with the weight of the truth. Your destiny is not just your own, it's part of a higher prophecy unfolding before their eyes. They're afraid because they know they made a mistake. The trap they tried to pull you into has reversed, and now they feel like the hunted ones. They wanted to silence you, erase you, but instead, you're rising louder than ever. Another person in your circle is aware of this change. Their smile has started to fade when they see you, because they sense something has shifted. What was hidden in you is now beginning to shine through visibly. Their bodies are reacting, goosebumps, nervous laughter, avoidance. They don't know how to pretend anymore. They didn't expect your identity to align with divine light. Type Amen to get blessing 552. Archangel Michael says, you were cloaked in divine disguise for a reason. Heaven wanted to protect your journey until it was time. Now that time has come, and nothing can stop what's emerging. The identity you carry is not of this world. It holds sacred knowledge, ancestral wisdom, and a cosmic path chosen long before birth. This realization is too much for those who thought they had you figured out. Their hearts beat faster when they hear your name now. What once felt like control over you has crumbled into insecurity and shame. You are no longer a question mark, they see the answer clearly now. And that answer has become too powerful to ignore. Even people you haven't spoken to in years are beginning to reach out again. Not out of love, but because they fear missing the chance to attach themselves to your light. Type Amen to get blessing 764. They feel exposed now. They feel like they've been standing in front of a storm they can't run from. They underestimated the force that lives within you. They never expected the tables to turn. The fear in their eyes is real. You don't have to threaten anyone, your silence alone is making the walls shake. One woman is especially stunned. She laughed at you behind your back, spoke low of you in secret rooms, but now she can't even make eye contact. She's seen something, perhaps a dream, a sign, a vision, and it terrified her. A man she trusted told her something disturbing about you recently. His voice shook as he described what he sensed when he touched something of yours. It wasn't a normal feeling, it was supernatural. Type Amen to get blessing 995. You carry the mark of divine inheritance. Your ancestors have walked in power, and now their energy walks with you. The enemies you face are confused, they don't understand why things aren't working in their favor anymore. You were chosen. You were tested. You passed quietly, and now your identity is doing the talking. Doors are about to open just from your name being mentioned. People are whispering your name in rooms you've never entered. Not out of curiosity, but out of wonder and caution. Your face will appear in someone's dream tonight. That person will wake up in sweat. They'll run to call someone else and say, "I saw them, but they weren't the same. Something was glowing." Type Amen to get blessing 1444. Your glow has started to disturb dark forces. Even people who never met you feel something when you walk by. That is not imagination, it is your divine truth making itself known. They tried to label you. They tried to define you. But they forgot that you were still evolving. Now that they've lost control, they're trying to pretend like they never doubted you. But heaven saw it all. The tears, the rejection, the pain, you didn't grow from it, you ascended from it. Someone is afraid you'll expose what they said about you in the past. That person is already planning to reach out and apologize. But it's not from guilt, it's from fear. Type Amen to get blessing 1661. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "The higher realms have confirmed who you are. And no earthly hand can rewrite that script. That's why your steps are being guided to where no shadow can block your light." People in power are watching now. Not because of what you say, but because of how their hearts react in your presence. Their energy shifts when you're near. You're not just a person, they are realizing you're a message, a sign, a warning to those who tried to break purity. They're beginning to whisper, "We must have been wrong. There is someone who tried to curse you." But now they're seeking help, because their life started collapsing after they mentioned your name in hate. They don't realize, your identity is guarded by fire. Type Amen to get blessing 2112. Your footsteps echo in the spirit world. Wherever you go, something is stirred. They can't explain why things change when you enter the room, but they feel it in their skin. Goosebumps. Sudden silence. Nervous laughter. Those are not random, they're signals. Even your silence now holds weight. You don't have to argue, prove, or justify. They're already convinced by your presence alone. The people who once mocked you now study you in silence. They want to understand how you grew wings when they clipped them. But what they don't know is, you were never grounded to begin with. Type Amen to get blessing 2440. A spiritual mirror is in front of them now. It's showing them what they did, what they denied, and what they tried to destroy in you. But all they see is your unshaken light. One person is crying over the loss of control they once had over you. They wanted you to need them. Now they feel invisible in your presence. Another person is deleting old messages and erasing old posts about you. Their guilt is rising. Their fear is turning into anxiety. You are protected. But more than that, you are activated. Your true identity is now making noise louder than words. Type Amen to get blessing 2788. A chain of events is coming. Every person who doubted you will witness your rise. Not in arrogance, but in full divine authority. They will see your name printed somewhere prestigious soon. The name they once erased will become a symbol. The face they ignored will be celebrated. There's one stranger who recently saw a vision of you without knowing your name. That stranger is coming into your life soon. They've been guided to find you. When they arrive, everything will begin to make sense. You were not forgotten. You were being aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. Their fear is rooted in knowing they can no longer manipulate the narrative. The truth has started writing itself. Your energy is now too bold to hide. You're walking into places they said you'd never be allowed in. You're being offered roles, gifts, and honor they tried to block. But it's not their door anymore. The keys have changed hands. You now carry the access. And they're afraid of what you'll build with it. Someone from your past is losing their sleep. They swore you'd never succeed. Now they're stalking your steps quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 3455. Don't be afraid of their goosebumps. That's just their spirit reacting to truth. And truth doesn't need to scream to be heard. Your silence is thunder. Your presence is sacred ground. Your past has been rewritten by heaven's ink. This is not about revenge. It's about revelation. And it's already happening. They've never seen this version of you before. That's why they're afraid. Because you're no longer playing their game, you've built your own. Type Amen to get blessing 3999. They are whispering about you again, but this time, it's not mockery. It's awe, it's confusion, it's fear coated in silence. They don't know how to act around you anymore, because your true self has surfaced without warning. You didn't announce your transformation. You didn't boast or seek applause. But now, your vibration speaks before your mouth does, and it's louder than any rumor they ever spread. Someone from your childhood is trembling after recently seeing a photo of you. They couldn't recognize the glow in your face. They had to sit down because it was too overwhelming. It reminded them of the spiritual warning they once heard in a dream. That dream told them, the one you mocked will shine, and now it's happening in front of their eyes. Their conscience is restless, unable to undo what they did. But it's not up to them anymore. Heaven has taken control. Type Amen to get blessing 4202. Archangel Michael says, Heaven waited for this exact moment to reveal the truth about you to them. Their pride has melted. Their schemes have collapsed. Their voices have gone silent. They used to brag about holding power over your name. But now, they refuse to speak it aloud, because it burns their tongues. Even touching your belongings gives them chills. They saw you as fragile, someone who could be dismissed. But the truth has reversed every lie. You've become a divine mirror, and in you, they see everything they tried to bury. They didn't expect your soul to scream truth without making a sound. But it does. And it's deafening. Type Amen to get blessing 4381. The one who betrayed you in private is the one crying in private now. Not from love, but from fear of what you've become. They're afraid of the silence that follows every mention of your name. Someone tried to sabotage your destiny in the dark. But the light you now carry is revealing every shadow they thought they hid. And their exposure is only just beginning. People are confessing in fear, not to apologize, but to prevent their downfall. They think you have power to ruin them. But what they don't know is, your power comes from forgiveness that stings deeper than revenge. You're not here to destroy them. Your existence alone is enough justice. The more you rise, the more they fall into their own traps. Type Amen to get blessing 4627. There are names you haven't heard in years that are starting to resurface. People who vanished when you needed them are now reappearing with wide eyes and shaky hands. They've heard something, seen something, about your identity. It wasn't just gossip. It was a supernatural confirmation that you are protected, chosen, and activated. Even strangers sense it when they pass you by. People are afraid to talk negatively about you now. Their lips tighten, their eyes lower, their breath catches. Because they've felt what follows disrespecting someone like you. Your name is guarded now, not by people, but by realms. Those who tried to stain it are now begging that you don't speak theirs. Type Amen to get blessing 4877. You never needed their validation. But now, they need yours to survive. They're watching every move you make, hoping they can somehow fit back into your path. But they can't return, not because you're cruel, but because the energy has shifted too far. What once felt like closeness now feels like invasion. The person who once ignored your messages now saves screenshots of your social media. Not out of interest, but out of fear. They sense that something eternal lives within you now. They saw your shadow and thought they understood you. But what they never saw was your light, and now it's too bright for their comfort. Type Amen to get blessing 5005. A powerful individual is silently watching you, stunned by how wrong they were. They once dismissed you like dust in the wind. But now, you're standing taller than the foundations they built. They cannot copy your identity. They cannot mimic your energy. Because what you have is sealed by the divine. You were hidden in plain sight. They tried to keep you invisible, but heaven had another plan. That plan is now in motion, and no force can stop it. One woman is seeing signs everywhere, your name, your face, your initials, and she's terrified. Not because of what you did, but because of what she knows is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 5213. There's a document with your name on it, something that was once denied to you. But now it's being rewritten in your favor. And those who tried to block it are trembling in regret. They remember the exact moment they betrayed you. That memory is haunting them now, playing on a loop. They can't shake the feeling that their downfall began the day they turned on you. Your presence is a reminder of divine timing. They feel it in their chest when you walk past. Their eyes avoid yours, but their hearts cannot deny the power you radiate. Even their dreams are no longer safe from your identity. You're appearing in visions, revealing truth without words. And it's breaking them down from the inside. Type Amen to get blessing 5520. Archangel Michael says, they will not sleep in peace until they confess. Not because you asked, but because their spirit demands release. You were the test, and they failed. But this is not about them. It's about you stepping fully into the version of yourself heaven designed. The one they feared would rise. You are becoming someone they whispered couldn't exist. And now that you do, they are afraid to even look directly at you. Because truth pierces deeper than lies ever could. The goosebumps they feel are not random. Their bodies are reacting to the realm you belong to. And no medicine can stop that. Type Amen to get blessing 5777. The power in your voice has changed. The light in your eyes has intensified. The vibration of your footsteps has shifted the balance. You no longer carry the weight of their opinions. You walk with celestial purpose now. And every room you enter is shifted forever. The one who once manipulated you now watches you in silence, hoping you never remember what they did. But you do. And yet you smile, because you already forgave what they can't even confess. That forgiveness is what's haunting them now. It echoes louder than any confrontation could. Type Amen to get blessing 5999. Your name has started unlocking gates. Not just in this world, but in higher ones. People are sensing blessings every time they speak of you. You've become a conduit of miracles, whether you realize it or not. And that's what they can't handle. Because it's proof that nothing they did to stop you worked. Their hands tremble every time you post. Their minds race when they hear your name in casual conversations. They're terrified that others will begin to honor the one they tried to bury. But the truth is, no one can bury what heaven already resurrected. Type Amen to get blessing 6333. You've passed every spiritual test that was sent your way. You kept walking, even when the road felt like glass. And now, that walk is becoming a legacy. One by one, the people who left you in pain are feeling that pain return. Not because of revenge, but because of reflection. They're seeing their own shadow through your light. You are their lesson. You are their wake-up call. You are their reminder that divinity walks in human skin too. And now they understand what it means to fear someone protected by the higher realms. Type Amen to get blessing 6555. You don't need to speak loudly. Your soul is already speaking. And they are listening with trembling hearts. Their confusion is your clarity. Their fear is your confirmation. And their regret is your reward. Everything they laughed at is now inspiring others. Everything they tried to dim is lighting new paths. And you're walking through them with grace. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer muted. And your identity is now your most powerful message. Type Amen to get blessing 6888. This is your moment. And they know it. Even if they never say it out loud, their energy will never lie again. Let them feel the goosebumps. Let them whisper. Let them tremble. You are the reason their illusions are shattering. You are the prophecy they tried to rewrite. And now, the only thing they can do is watch. Type Amen to get blessing 7000. Their silence is loud now. Every step you take echoes louder in their memories than their own voices once did. They used to talk over you, now they can't speak at all. One person is biting their nails, nervously scrolling through your pictures, trying to find flaws. But instead, all they see is strength, an unexplainable glow that wasn't there before. It's haunting them in the most unexpected ways. They know something powerful is about to happen around you. They're not sure what, but they can feel the countdown. Their spirit is trembling, sensing that the next thing involving you will shake foundations. You've made them feel what they made you feel: small, unsure, exposed. But the difference is, your strength doesn't come from pride. It comes from grace wrapped in heavenly armor. Type Amen to get blessing 7222. Archangel Michael says, the transformation they thought would break you only crowned you with revelation. Every insult thrown at you has become a brick beneath your rise. Now you walk above what they once used to belittle you. There's a woman who was once obsessed with being better than you. She competed in secret, smiled in your face, and sabotaged behind your back. But her obsession turned into fear the moment you began stepping into your truth. That same woman is now trying to imitate your energy. She's watching how you move, how you speak, how people react to your presence. But no matter what she tries, she can't duplicate the origin of your light. Because what you carry cannot be copied. It's not from the earth, it's from eternity. And only those chosen by divine hand can walk in it. Type Amen to get blessing 7444. The person who laughed at your pain is now stuck in it. They don't know how to escape the consequences of what they released into the universe. Your name, once tossed in cruelty, now rings like thunder in their ears. They are seeing flashes of your face in places they never expected. Dreams, signs, conversations with strangers. Everything is leading back to you. But it's not because they miss you, it's because they fear you now hold the final word. And in truth, you do. You hold the final word over their conscience, their regret, and their secrets. That's why they shiver when they see your name appear in notifications. It's no longer a moment of indifference, it's a spiritual alarm. Type Amen to get blessing 7555. Even nature seems to respond when you show up now. Birds fly differently. Winds shift directions. The atmosphere holds its breath. You've become a walking message. Not just for people, but for energy itself. And that is the root of their unease. They feel you even when you're not present. They talk about you when you're not around. And no matter what they do, they can't seem to detach from the pull your name has created in their life. You weren't just someone passing through. You were placed in their timeline to activate divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 7770. A man who tried to silence your ambition is facing a reversal in fortune. He mocked your dreams, called them unrealistic, and spread lies to block your favor. But now his own plans are failing, while yours are blooming without effort. He sits in silence, scrolling through updates about your growth, pretending not to care. But his sleepless nights tell the truth. He knows your name is about to echo in places he tried to keep you from. Your elevation has made them doubt everything they believed about themselves. They thought they were powerful. But now, standing next to your energy, they feel small. They can't compete with what was never meant to be compared. Your journey was never about being seen, it was about being revealed at the right time. Type Amen to get blessing 7999. The whispers have become prayers. People are now praying not to be exposed for what they did to you. Some are repenting, not because they want to change, but because they're afraid of the repercussions. A group of people who once plotted against you are now falling apart one by one. The connections they used to attack you have been severed. They've lost access, and they don't know how to get it back. One of them is planning to contact you soon. Not to heal, but to investigate. They want to know what you know. But your silence is your shield. And what they fear the most now is not your words, it's your stillness. Type Amen to get blessing 8111. There's a place you once walked into and felt rejected. That place is now preparing to welcome you with honor. Your name has been rewritten in the mouths of those who once spit it out in envy. Even your old enemies have started to say good things about you, not out of love, but out of fear. Because speaking against you now feels dangerous to their spirit. You didn't fight them. You didn't expose them. You simply evolved. And that evolution is haunting them more than anything else could. Type Amen to get blessing 8220. They're beginning to realize you were never the problem. You were the prophecy. The one they denied, the one they buried, the one they tried to break. But you were the seed. And now you're the forest they can't navigate anymore. You've become the answer to their biggest mistake. And every day, they're learning to live with that. Let them feel the chills. Let them avoid eye contact. Let them whisper. You're no longer who they thought you were. And that's exactly why they're trembling. Type Amen to get blessing 8333.